Previously, I had a wind turbine stuck to the top of this telephone pole, and it worked okay, but it was a real pain in the butt to get up and down. I had it hinged on a really long board at the bottom. So I had searched on Facebook Marketplace for something that you guys may have seen driving down the highway. It's something called a money tree. A money tree is just a fancy way of saying a light tower to be used during construction projects to extend working hours beyond daylight. So it has these 4 giant, very powerful lights, and it came with these 2 ballasts. I had actually gotten this as a Facebook Marketplace post. A guy was using just the generator and wanted to get rid of the tower. So now I have a tower sans generator. I had searched for this on Facebook Marketplace, something like this, a money tree or a light tower. And now Facebook Marketplace has rewarded me with the resulting tower you see here that I picked up for $200, which is, it may seem like a lot, but also not very much at the same time. This is a 2 or 3 stage, I don't know what it would be called, but there's 3 sections, winch up tower, but it's also a tilting tower. On the ground here, I have taken off the tilt. This is also a swivel mount so that you could swivel the lights on the work site. But I don't know if I need the swivel, but I do need the tilting portion. I do also have the other winch there and the cable and the handle to tilt it. So it's a tilting telescopic tower. And I do have this tape measure hooked up with a spring clamp on the top because I don't want to be dicking around with that for too long. And I'll just show you guys how it works and how tall it goes. And I have the tape measure here, so we'll see how tall it goes too. I'm gonna back up here, put the camera here. Hopefully it doesn't get blown over. It's a little bit windy today. That's zoomed out as far as it goes, huh? Well, okay, I have to go way back, about 3 times further back. Let's see, maybe I'll go over here so you guys can see it in relation to my house, which is a 2-story house. Yes, that should be good there. Zoom in a little bit. I think that'll do it. It's very muddy and slippery. It's cold. It was the middle of November. All right, so it just has a normal crank handle here, up one way, down the other. It couldn't be any simpler. It has a ratchet that holds it from coming down, but you go the other way and it disengages the clutch. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but here we go. You guys see that? Yeah, well, so there's the peak of my 2-story house, and there's the peak of just the tower there. So here's the tape measure. So that's at 22 feet. I don't have it all the way to the ground yet. 24, there's 25 right there. So 25 foot, 3 inches. And that's just the tower. Now I can mount the pivot for it up higher, probably like 3 feet off the ground or whatever. I can reasonably comfortably reach this, maybe 2 feet off the ground. And then all the way to the top, that bracket at the top, I can add an extension pole up there as tall as I want, basically. You know, be reasonable, maybe 10 feet. So 10 feet plus 2 feet on the bottom. So that's 12 plus 25. So that's 37 feet that I could very easily, reasonably get out of this tower. And it's a very heavy, stout tower. So I have no doubt that it can do that. All right, get the tape measure out of the way. And so here's how it lowers. You just go backwards, and I'm not entirely sure how it works going backwards. There's obviously some sort of one-way clutch in there. And here it is coming down. Out of the way so it doesn't get kinked. Okay, there we are. Now I have to coil up the tape measure. And back up here so I can do a little outro. All right, so I do plan on doing this as an unguide tower. Guys, G-U-Y-E-S, I don't know actually. Guy wires or something that you could attach to the top of it so when it's cranked up it stabilizes it. But my plan is to put turbines that are no larger than 6 feet in diameter on this. So I don't think that the wind load will be too much for this. I guess there's one way to find out. We could just set it up and do it. I do need to make a proper foundation for this. I plan on digging a hole, I don't know, maybe this big around, and what, 5 feet deep or something, with some really fat threaded galvanized all threads sticking out, and a plate on the bottom of the hinge plate. So that will be how I mount it to the ground. Obviously it'll also have to be very stout as an unguide tower. There will be a lot of leverage at the base. At the top I may initially try just enough of an extension to clear the blades from the mechanism up there. I don't even know if I'll really need to do that. If the blades stick out far enough from the axis, there'll be plenty of clearance, even if the turbine is mounted flush on that plate. So we'll see how far I get. We do have a baby due on Thanksgiving, and today's Monday of Thanksgiving week, so I don't know if I will have the time to do that or the weather. We're actually in a winter weather warning this evening for some severe lake effect snow. So I don't know, I may not get to it this year, or if I do get to it this year, it'll be very slow and I'll be very cranky doing it. I do like working outside, but not when I have to wear gloves and a hat, because it just slows everything down. Wind turbines, I do plan on testing on this. The Wind Lily that was sent out to me by Water Lily, the company. And then I also have some blades on a Wind Blue PMA modified 10SI alternator. And the blades are from a company that I'd rather not mention because they're not well respected among DIYers. But they do have decent blades themselves. So that's a little update. We'll see how it goes. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.